Slide this a little bit. As far as it goes, I think. There we go.
Good.
Is everybody ready?
Is our team streaming?
Yeah, they need like 2 minutes. 1 minute.
We need like 2 minutes while they're setting up in the back there.
I'm so glad. Thank you. That's what I need to hear. But when? And I'm
Good.
hoping we're meeting like.
Okay. We're ready to rock.
We're good to go. We're gonna start.
Okay, everyone. My name is Eddie Melton, Mayor of the City of Gary, Indiana. We are here today to talk about the storm that took place last night. So I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank our public safety officials that have been here throughout the entire night, our General Service Department, so all of our community partners. But we want to provide a brief update of everything that's took place over the last several hours and answer any questions at that point. So what we do know is that citizens in this neighborhood have identified and verbally articulated that they see a tornado that did touch ground in Gary. Our federal officials have not yet designated that they've seen a tornado touch down, but we do trust the eyes and ears of our residents here in the city of Gary, so we want to acknowledge that. What we've noticed is that between the areas of 21st Avenue and Hendricks, right where we are now, is probably one of the most hardest hit areas in the city of Gary. So we have dozens of families in this footprint right now that have been displaced. As you can see, roofs have been torn off. I'm going to ask Deputy Chief Terry to come up in a few minutes to articulate what took place in some of the rescue efforts last night. So what we do know, multiple homes and businesses sustained wind damage and flooding, as well as numerous trees and limbs down throughout the entire city. We've received reports of damage as far as our Emerson neighborhood, which is far west to 21st and Clark Road, and the Tolleson neighborhood. And we do know that this was citywide, so there are going to be parts of the city that we are still assessing. Our general service team, we've been working very closely with our utility company, with NIPSCO. We do know that NIPSCO sustained over 13,000 power outages throughout Northwest Indiana. They're still working on a restoration time. While they're doing their assessment, we're going to ask residents to be patient while they analyze restoration time for the power to be restored throughout the city. Notably, we have our illustrious McCullough Academy behind us. School was canceled today, clearly. The roof was taken off of the gymnasium. I want to thank Dr. Stokes and her team for their leadership. Last night we were able to use a portion of the school as shelter, as many of the neighbors were seeking answers on what to do next. We have set up a temporary shelter at 4101 Monroe Street, which is our warming and cooling center. 4101 Washington Street, the Monroe Center, for individuals that are seeking shelter temporarily. So we want to encourage anyone that's seeking assistance that they can go to that address, 4101 Washington Street at the Monroe Center. So we definitely want to encourage the residents of that. There were no serious injuries, and thank God there were no fatalities that we know of at this point. So we are very grateful, again, to everyone, the volunteers, the neighbors that helped another neighbor, to the police, to the fire, EMT, to the Red Cross. As you see behind us, we have our community. We have our elected officials, our leaders, the council, our trustees here to show solidarity in this time and effort. Right now I'm going to ask Deputy Chief Mark Terry if he can come forward and share and highlight from a public safety perspective. So, Deputy Chief.
Good morning. Last night we received the call. We received numerous calls for this area as well as Black Oak and the Emerson downtown area for reports of wires down and building collapses. The call in this neighborhood came in as the NIPSCO power lines falling onto the residents behind us. We responded and began an assessment as soon as we arrived on the scene. The initial response included finding damage to the school behind us, or actually in front of us, behind you, and then the homes behind us here. We were able to effect one rescue. One resident was trapped by debris when the roof of her house collapsed down. We were able to rescue her, and she was transported to the hospital in stable condition. We are not able to give any other information based on HIPAA rules and regulations, so we will not have any more to update other than that she was in good and stable condition when she left here.
A little bit loud.
We were able to do a primary and secondary search on all of the residents and all of the houses in this neighborhood. Everyone is accounted for. We have found no other victims. There are no reports of anybody missing. So we had that completed within an hour of the initial call last night, and then we've been, at that point, reaching out to our state and local partners. Primarily, our initial call was to the American Red Cross for assistance in housing and disaster response. We also made calls with the Lake County Emergency Management Agency, the Indiana Department of Homeland Security, and to our board-up contractor that is providing stabilization for the residents whose homes have been damaged. Thank you.
So really quick, as we kind of close and open up for questions, I want to thank the Indiana Department of Transportation. I want to thank the Lake County Commissioner, Lake County Council representatives for sending support from the county, the Red Cross again, the Gary Sanitary District, going around addressing any flooding that has been reported. Some homes have reported some flooding opportunities on their streets, so I want to thank GSD for that. The Gary Chicago International Airport has provided additional resources and trucks, payloaders to help clean up the debris throughout the entire city. So I want to thank all of our partners and corporate partners. And a special shout out to the Mayor of Hobart, who has also extended his team in Public Works Department to help us eliminate the trees. What you're going to see throughout the city is a significant amount of tree damage on cars, on homes that have evacuated a lot of people out of their homes. So be patient with us as we try to address the trees as we clear our main streets and thoroughfares. And again, the Gary Common Council and our township trustee for her leadership and being able to provide additional resources. I believe also some food vouchers and support cleaning supplies for those that are in need for that. Call 311, ladies and gentlemen, to the public. If you have an issue, 219-881-1311. We've extended that line, have multiple operators there to take your calls. If there is a busy signal, be patient with us. We have hundreds of individuals calling at this time. So be consistent, be persistent in that effort. If you see a power line down, assume that it is live. Assume that it's live. So we want to encourage you all to stay away from down power lines. And also, we want to encourage everyone to seek shelter because, as you can see, the weather is unpredictable right now. So at this time, I'm going to pause, take any questions from the media at this time.
The shelter that you were talking about, is this an overnight shelter for residents, or is this just for, during the day?
Yes, this is an overnight shelter.
Any assistance from the state or the federal government?
I've talked to the governor's office last night, just recently, the attorney general's office. So the state is prepared to provide whatever support as needed. So we appreciate them for reaching out proactively. All right. Thank you, everybody.